Good news, kinda. Hadn't done a video in 3 weeks. Things are looking a little better. The breezeway's clear. Heck, the ramps are clear too. But we still got that shabby signage problem. Even the one on the palm tree. Even the infamous corner on the upper deck where the restaurant meets the social hall got cleared out too. Until this happened. On Friday afternoon, that corner served as dumping ground for all the restaurant furniture from the breezeway. Why? You know why. It's because we have a catering company as a tenant. Not a restaurant, a catering company. And what does a catering company do but hold events? In this case, a wedding ceremony. But doesn't that get in the way of our private use and enjoyment? Well, not really. They did some improvising to take care of that. They created a separate outside restaurant area just for us in 15 to 20 mile an hour winds over by the narrow section of the upper deck, right near the entrance to go down the steps to the lower deck. It's like a wind tunnel over there. It's so narrow. Because us pesky unit owners are in the way of a catering operation. An operation that this board did not vote for, with a contract that is written like a mixed-use property that's not insured properly. Don't get me wrong, the board and management, they've been trying. There's evidence of that. In fact, even that social hall room got cleared out a little bit. They supposedly sat down this restaurant and laid down the rules. Well, they didn't lay it down hard enough. This is a catering operation pretending to be a restaurant, and they are playing cat and mouse with us. They are pushing the line. And they think they own the fucking entire breezeway. And they occupy the whole space of this breezeway, making it hard for elderly to get to Catania again. And where's the policy from rec? I asked staff over at Security and Valet if they knew what was going on. They had no idea. Deja fucking vu all over again. And then cue in the mobile DJ party truck, unloading their stuff over here. For what? As if this is okay? As if the board thinks this is under control? Lux is playing us, don't you get it? Well, most of the community gets it, and they don't like it one bit. Is this rec board that emotionally invested in it, making that much harder to do the right thing? Especially when you didn't vote for it in the first place? Or if there was a vote, it was in the dark. This board sat down with Lux to let them know what's what and to clean it up. And I believe that was in good faith, but it didn't go far enough. If they did, there'd be updated contract amendments online for all of us to see. Even if we're clinging to the notion that Lux has the right to do anything they want in the four walls of that restaurant, at a minimum they must notify this board and this community of all activity going on in there that is catering and event planning in nature. We should never be in a state of confusion and constant surprise about who's coming over to the Quadomain, but it goes beyond the confines of the restaurant walls. Now they've taken over the breezeway, where Lux believes they don't have to ask permission for any of it, but it's not contained there. They advertise us as a beachfront venue, which implies the whole property, and they've been observed handing off badges to strangers. And on Friday early evening, just after the unannounced wedding ceremony, it looked like staff opened that gate for the bridegroom and a few others to go wandering down the lower deck. And sure, isn't it special? They're celebrating, they're in union, and it's joyous. But it's at the cost of infringing of all of our rights who bought into residential community and added to party planning central headquarters. Even better, there were 2 rec board members at the lower deck at the time and saw it happening. Guess it's okay with them, and if it's okay with them, it must be okay for all of us. Lewis was one of those rec board members who saw it. He knew what was happening. He's trying to do the right thing. I saw him walking the grounds earlier in the day. Didn't get a chance to ask him whether he knew about this event in advance. My guess is probably not. And Lux is punking him too. But until that restaurant lease agreement is amended to remove the language about members of the general public, this board has exceeded their authority and had no right to offer that. And now a half year later, there's still not even a single explanation what has happened since November, or why there's cost overruns of $60,000 in the restaurant not answered to or accounted for. Simply put, Lux is pimping our shit out and they haven't changed their ways. The relationship we have with them is parasitic. We're the host, they're the parasite. In simplest terms, the deal is this. In exchange for them feeding us for double, they get to feed on us, or at least our property, all under the board's noses, playing them like suckers. If Lux had their way, they'd be clearing out that breezeway in front of the restaurant every weekend. Try to clear $10K a pop to get as many people and chairs sitting down for wedding ceremonies right and left, and sticking us in the wind tunnel right in the upper deck for a restaurant. Let's take a little closer look at what Alexa's been up to. Look at this, a job ad for a valet lead for here. But wait, why would we need that? We have valet. We're all good. A valet lead for what? To start diverting cars and park them elsewhere? What did they do? Cut a deal with some other neighboring condo and then people will walk for the ceremonies? Where's this all heading? Seriously, what the fuck is this about? They're not just looking for valet lead, they're looking for an urgent urgently. We have events throughout the year that we have a need for a valet lead for at our address. What, for what? To help escort them to the restaurant? To have a secondary independent valet service where they start taking the cars and putting it on Iris Terrace? Or to a deal they cut across the street for all we know? Does our insurance cover that? What's our liability for that? Oh, and wait till we get a rogue employee that does some Grand Theft Auto. I'll give the benefit of the doubt that the board has no fucking idea what this is going on. Because Lux the Caterers are playing the same game on the board as the old board was playing on us, which is reality is what you can get away with. This board has to lay down the law with Lux. This community needs to be notified of all times of what event, who's coming, when, why, and where, and what use. We don't have enough security manpower to monitor this. We don't have anyone stopping restaurant staff from handing it over to the guests. You know, guests from the public. So let's start taking a closer look at the events that we do know that are coming. Let's start with the next scheduled event for May 4th, the Tom Lemire Project. Buckle up, because this one's going to be a doozy. Take a look here over at Eventbrite, an online ticketing and registration platform for events organizers, such as Tom Lemire and now with Lux Bistro, coming right here, May 4th, to the Quadomain. You recognize the address. So who is this Tom Lemire guy? Well, he's registered over at Boynton Beach Online Chamber of Commerce. Tom Lemire Project, coaching, dating. Okay. All sounds good so far. Let's take a look at his bio. Creating a society where men show up as leaders and building their confidence. Well said, Thomas. Now, this guy is U.S. Air Force Reserves. He's military type. You can see he's got a little podcasting operation. Look at the title of this video. Don't put the pussy on a pedestal. And of course, we got dollar signs for pussy. So Tom, quite the character. We take a closer look at the Eventbrite. A night of connection, $99. Get a few free drinks with it, and here we go. Where else? At Lux Bistro. From 5 to 10 p.m., that's running a little late on a Saturday. A 5-hour event, cocktails, music. Oh, a safe space. I'm glad we can provide a safe space for everyone.
How to not put the pussy on a pedestal.
The first time a guy's gonna kiss you, do you want to be asked to be kissed or just the guy to kiss you? Or try to. It could be in a little fucking bitch.
Don't use this woman or any piece of puss or any piece of vagina as a crutch. Do not put the pussy on a pedestal.
May 4th, 5 to 9, $99. Our address, the beachfront. With the location, the beachfront. The beachfront Bamboozle.
Bamboozle!
Beachfront, what does that mean, huh? On the sand, on the ocean, or anywhere on our property? You gotta stop advertising as a beachfront.
Bamboozle.
Seriously. That's where all the trouble is. Because that gives free reign to run around, because there's confusion, there's no clarity. And oh, look at this, can't even, look at the typos. Environment. So let's go to his website, tomlear.home. And of course there's no webpage, because there's a typo. So let's type in his name, Tom Lemire, home. Yep, there we go. Lux Bistro again. Connection and intention, the similar stuff. Sign me up for the meetup. Okay. You're probably saying, oh, no big deal. Oh, look, hey, no. Hey, just so you know, you might feel better. They're vetting everyone. No douchebags allowed over at the Quadomain for this event. That ought to make you feel good. Oh, look at this. So $99 includes 2 drinks, but they still got to pay for the food. That's double. Sign me up for the meetup. Don't want to miss it. Well, let's take a look. I'm not going to provide my name or any of that info. Join today to engage in connection. So let's put in a first and last name here. La, and then let's do for the email, la@la.com. We'll add 561-555. Whoop. Dash 1212. Let's sign up and pay for this wonderful event and see where we go. Now look where we're going. Luxury event planning. I wonder who's that, right? That's Lux Bistro. So Lux Bistro's taking all the money for Tom and then giving him as a cut. So what's their arrangement, right? So rather than advertising the whole public through Eventbrite, we could look right now at Lux Bistro, upcoming events. And here we have that same little poster, and I almost wonder who the hell made this. I wouldn't be surprised with the typos I saw in Lux. They're the ones who made this for him. So let's say they got a 50-50 split, right? So Lux gets $50 and they pay for 2 drinks out of it, and Tom gets the other 50, right? Click here to pay and register. Hey, guess where we're going? Back to luxury event planning, right? Okay, right, you could say it's just business. It gets worse than that, and here's why. Because it's not just Lux looking for valet leads and putting out job ads. Tom's in on it too. He's put in a job ad. Let's see for what? Beach dating event promotion wanted in Hollywood Beach. The same ad. Look at this. Our freaking location. $25 a person that you sign up. Looking for dating event promotion? Next event's on May 4th, here at the Lux, at the Quadomain. I'll be there to talk to interested individuals every Tuesday at 10 a.m. You want to meet Tom, Air Force Reserve? You go visit the Quadomain Tuesday, 10 a.m. And maybe you could have the job. Maybe one of our residents who's hard up for some money because they can't afford stuff anymore could work with Tom and sign up $25 per person. Walk up and down the beach to get them to go to this dating event for some knucklehead advice and wrecking our place in the meantime. Seriously, everyone's in on it, and this isn't going to end. This board has to take stuff seriously. They're unit owners too, and if they don't feel as violated as a lot of unit owners here do, then there's something wrong with them also. This is a serious problem. Lastly, on Tom, you take a look at Tom right here. Palm Beach, not that it matters too much. Just a week ago, he ran a red light. The other interesting thing about it is he's got to pay $264 for running the red light. So maybe he'll be lucky to break even after he tries to mop up over here with the help of whoever he hires Tuesday at 10 a.m. for $25 a pop. Seriously. So let's take a closer look. Remember Luxy Events? That was their catering and planning site? Well, that's no more. You know why? Because they consolidated it into Lux Bistro. The catering and the bistro are the same thing. This is a catering operation. This is not a restaurant messing with us because we're allowing it to happen. So we'll take another look at Lux Bistro upcoming events. It's not just Tom. We got more events. Let's take a closer look. We got Dieter. Yeah, that's right, Dieter. Guess what? Scheduled in October over here for Oktoberfest. Guess where? At Lux Bistro. Hey, guess what? The same link. So now they're cutting deals with anyone who's a planner or organizer in partnership. Bringing in strangers, no liability. They're in bed with anyone they can because they'll do anything, get their hands on any extra dollar and pimp out our Breezeway for nothing. So now we get it with Dieter. I wonder if it's Dieter from Sprockets.
Would you like to touch my monkey? I would be honored. Touch him. Love him. Leave him on the arms, Mickey.
Let's move on. Veterans Day, or Veteran Day, typos again, at the beachfront. What is it with the beachfront? Right, that's the sell. What do you think catering sales is doing? Luring everyone into this place as if they own it. Guess who's hosting it? Tom Lemire, of course he is. Because guess who else is in bed with each other? And sure, yeah, solemn day, and isn't it nice? It makes sense, he's a military guy. I get that. It's all good-willed. But it is here, where we live. There's no business having this here. Oh, and it gets even better, right? What's our covenant? You know, it comes full circle. Here's the irony of this. Guess how Lux came here? Because they were caterers for the last New Year's Eve party. You know, the ones you paid double for to get in. I'm sure you had a good time. I wasn't there, but I'm sure many of you listening enjoyed your New Year's Eve ball. Well, you got a little competition coming up in 8 months, because that's already booked out. Sure, we got the social hall, but there's going to be a second event New Year's Eve here. If you want to join Leon and Robert at the beachfront again, celebrating New Year's Eve and love. That's right. You want to celebrate love? You don't have to go to the social hall. You can go to Lux. They're going to do the same wedding ceremony on the Breezeway. Rip out all the chairs for a group wedding. That's right, vows start at 9 p.m. Look at this. Get married now. Free. Group ceremony. Lux Bistro. And it's LGBTQ, which technically is discriminating because usually in the alphabet soup of alternate identification lifestyles, there's an IA plus associated to it. And for those who aren't aware what LGBTQ is, it stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer. Love is love, and bring it. But they're having the event when this place matters the most. We have group weddings coming in. They're gonna fill up valet. There's not enough room. We weren't designed for it. We weren't built for it. There is no reason for it. There is no purpose for it. That's where we're heading, people. It still hasn't changed. We're on the same trajectory. The board's got to get real with us and get this under control. They're trying, but it's not. It is not under control. This is still very much out of control, and I'm tired of it. One last quick look at the website. I promise we need to start wrapping up. Lux Bistro, here we are. Now, if you scroll down to the bottom, right, the luxury restaurant group, you see this BBB accredited business. Let's grab the businesses who we have the contract with, luxury restaurant group. So let's go over to BBB and drop that in there. And what do we got? Nothing. Bupkis. All right, let me drop the LLC. That's too specific, perhaps. Still nothing. Okay, let's put in Lux Bistro. What do we got? Still nothing. Okay, so that's kind of a little scammy, to me. It tells you everything you need to know about them. They'll stretch and push and do everything. It's all for show. It's just one big show. And they got on the website at BBB, if you have a problem with that, you could click here, hit Scam Tracker, and report it as a scam. They're misusing, their label, at least in connection with Luxury Restaurant Group and Lux Bistro. A neighbor wrote they happened to have been at the restaurant grounds yesterday, and the owner Raj was talking to some patrons. He was complaining how he was mistreated by Quatermain, and they did nothing wrong to deserve it. So that person said, "Excuse me, didn't you advertise the restaurant, the large venue?" And he said, "No, show it to me." I found the ad. After I found it, I showed it to him. He was furious, still said it was not his ad. The guy's a liar, and if he could lie to my face like that, he needs to go, according to a neighbor. And to wrap things up with a recent Google review from an Alexandra Barron, who gives Lux Bistro 1 star. And it is short and to the point. Her opinion is, possibly the worst food and service I have had my life. Beautiful views. At least we don't have a U-Haul on the ramp anymore. That's good news. As some would say, progress. Oh, what? No. What? Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Look at this. The U-Haul shuffle? Is this what this is becoming? Over now parking in Catania? So it's just one big shuffle. This is out Friday. It was overnight Friday night, and now Saturday it hasn't moved there. Hogging up, getting in the way, and we just roll over and let them get away with it. And I find it hard to believe that that's happening right under Lewis's nose. Like, he doesn't know about it. Or he's trying to figure out what to do about it. God forbid if he gave permission to it. And now here, the social room, right? That's a little better. But look at all the catering tables in there. At least the bike ain't there. What? Oh, you're kidding me. Okay, right. That bike will never go away. Like I said, deja vu all over again. Very little finny change at all, even though there have been attempts of trying to get it better, and I believe there are good faith efforts, but it has fallen flat, it has fallen short. And frankly, I don't know if this board has the gumption to do what's necessary, because Lux, the catering operation, has taken every last advantage they can. Half measures are pointless. Slaps on the wrist ain't gonna do squat. And the longer it goes on, the more it's gonna tear up and divide this community, because this board is too lazy to get it done right and put together a restaurant committee and go on a different kind of search. We do not need a caterer having their home base operations here. And how much money is Lex paid to Quatermain? Because I don't see it reflected in any of the financials yet. Where's the tenant income line that shows that they're paying for their electric? That shows that they're paying for half of the remodeling? And the only thing we got from the board is a canceled town hall meeting. And I hope to God whenever that town hall hits that this board doesn't come together with some crazy narrative and try to sell us some kind of snow job that everything's okay.
Oh, we don't play that.
One thing's for sure, you can't spell condo without con. With all that said, this board...
You got some planning to do.
And on that note, I'm wishing everyone a great week ahead.